All right, Milos, first conference game, but something Coach Kelvin Sampson has talked about is that he's felt like you've probably grown the most out of your non-conference with Houston. Just from your point of view, how do you feel like you've grown during non-conference?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've grown a lot. I'm basically the only new guy for real coming in except with the freshmen. So I feel like my growth would show the most just because I've been here for the least amount of time. But yeah, I think I'm getting more and more comfortable every day. Building chemistry with these guys offensively and defensively. So yeah, I think I'm definitely growing. It's conference time now, so it's about that time to start striving and winning games.
Yeah, what do you feel has been, or at least in the early portions of the season, was kind of like your biggest struggle trying to fit in? Like you said, you're really the only new piece out of the core starting five.
I think it was just getting more comfortable, understanding the offensive system, and then defensively trying to play as hard as you can the whole 30 seconds. So yeah, just playing with that grit and that toughness was probably just the biggest adjustment.
When was it, I mean, that first moment where you mentioned defensively specifically that it kind of, I don't know if this is the right way to phrase it, but maybe it just came real like, oh crap, like this is what they expect me all the time when it comes to the energy I'm sure you have to exert on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that in practice though. It all starts in practice. If one guy's not playing hard, he sticks out. You got to fall in line. Yeah, that's when I first realized it though in practice how hard these guys play. And then you get to the game or you watch film on them and you see how hard they actually play. So I've realized it early.
Has there been one player that's kind of really helped you make that transition?
Yeah, the guards, LJ and E-Man, those two are the leader of the guards really. During the summer, they was always pushing me to go harder and to be in the right spots. So I think those two, LJ and E for sure.
No, as the season's progressed, how has that continued? Really, their help.
A lot. I have a better understanding now for the defensive system. But even if I'm not doing right, they're gonna say something to me and hold me accountable. So.
Coaching staff-wise, something else that Kelvin Sampson said earlier today actually was just in terms of, I guess one of the biggest things for them has been confidence, just in terms of when to be aggressive on offense. What have you seen in regards to that, just in terms of really being able to pick like your spots, like when it's okay to be aggressive or when you have to create for your teammates?
Yeah, well, I mean, coach is making it real simple for me. If I'm open, shoot it. If I'm not, then go make a creative play for somebody else. So yeah, I mean, really just understanding the offense, who the hot hand is. Yeah, it ain't that hard. If I'm open, shoot the ball. If I'm not, that's something we've been really emphasizing as of late. Just continue to be aggressive on offensive end. Opens up everything else for everybody else. So,
chemistry-wise, how do you feel just with the team in general now?
I feel good. You saying on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the floor, I feel good with them. I know what the personnel is with L and E. I know what Juan likes to get to, Jay, the bigs, Malik, T. So, I mean, yeah, I feel good. I feel like I know everybody pretty well and how they want to play. So
that Oklahoma State game really kind of a signature game just in terms of when you think about Houston, right? Like you held them without a field goal for like over 12 minutes of the game. For when you guys are on the court, do you guys like feed off of that when you guys realize like we haven't let them score a field goal during an extended time?
Yeah, I just think it falls back to toughness. Like this summer was the foundation. You don't want your man to score, and they really emphasize that. So just playing with that pride defensively, that's something that you gotta have.
As you guys continue in the conference, what are some of the things that you're going to be focusing on as the season progresses?
Continuing to win, whatever it takes to win. Defensively, I'm gonna work on guarding the ball better. Offensively, I'm gonna try to be ready earlier when the ball's kicked out to me, and then find my guys when they're open.
During a non-conference game, one of the other things that Kelvin said, and it kind of touches on what you mentioned in terms of how they just expect intensity all the time. He said that one of the things they do here is foul, and like he wanted you guys in practice, you specifically, to start fouling, being more physical. How was that in terms of that being an adjustment for you?
It was a little different. I remember we had one practice where he said that no one can foul except for Los. Like I'm not calling no fouls for Los. So he just wanted me to foul. He just wanted me to play more aggressive defensively. But I mean, I feel like it helps. Like not saying that it helps to foul, but it helps to get up and pressure the ball more. That's what it teaches you. So I think overall I've gotten a lot better at it, and I think I'll continue to get better.
On the flip side, I'm sure it's got to help you guys just offensively as well. It's like if you guys are so physical in practice, doesn't matter what the other team does.
For sure, yeah. With Malik and Cordell guarding me every day, it definitely is a difference when I'm being guarded in the game. Those dudes are great defenders.
Really, one of the last things I'll say, you mentioned Emmanuel Sharp. How has he kind of helped you with the transition?
Yeah, I mean, he helped me a lot. E-Man's personality is super encouraging. Like he's never really arguing. He's trying to figure out what the solution is. So I feel like with E, anytime I made a mistake or something, he tried to help me out and show me the right way. And he's a good leader because he leads by example as well. So really good.
Last question for me, but what kind of has been the message from the coaching staff for you guys in practice? Now you guys got one conference game under your belt, but as you guys continue through the journey of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's one game at a time. You win one game, you gotta put it behind you. You got another game coming up soon. So right now we're just preparing for BYU. We put that win in the bank. That was a good win for us on the road. So yeah, now we got to prepare for BYU and get another one.